get wrecked. Dead. Dead. Class A. Happens every time. Schadenfreude. But don't look in the mirror. Seriously. I'm not pack train tomorrow morning, though. Don't mind. Oops. Look at the... Sad news, the bug where incompetent normies think their absolute units actually exist. Yo, listen up. You degenerates rotting in bed or scrolling through this on the toilet right now. Wasting your life away again. Ha! Must be nice being that clueless. Me? I just took the red pill on the truth of the world, and I'm literally shaking. Today, I'm gonna talk about those incompetent tryhards that definitely exist in your circle. I'm gonna expose why those guys are so confident despite being absolutely brain dead. Here's the roadmap for today's shit show. First, we check the thread title, How to Defeat the Confident Idiot at Work. Next, I'll explain Mount Stupid, or why idiots have God-tier confidence. Then we talk about lack of metacognition, which is basically not being able to see yourself objectively. Finally, I'll invite you to the Valley of Despair, where you get destroyed by a real Chad, and finally realize the truth. Alright, let's do this. Chapter 1. Urgent. How to defeat the confident, incompetent bro at work. Don't you guys have one of these? Some fresh meat who's been at the company for like a week, skimmed the manual for 5 seconds, and is now lecturing the veteran. It's a literal hellscape. Like, hold up. I actually saw this the other day. This newbie, sipping his coffee with that punchable smug look, says to the senior, "Hey, isn't this process kinda inefficient? I could optimize this workflow if it were me." Blah, blah. You can't even operate the copy machine properly yet. What do you mean, if it were me? Where is that confidence coming from? The source of the Amazon River? Read the room, you goober. It's colder than the Ice Age in here. Listen, you can't just dismiss this guy as cringe. This is actually a massive bug pre-installed in the human brain. This phenomenon has a name. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. This will be on the test. Just memorize this name before you leave today, alright? Now, Chapter 2. Mount Stupid, where idiots shine the brightest. The Dunning-Kruger effect is basically a cognitive bias where people with low ability overestimate themselves. If you put this on a graph, horizontal axis is experience. Vertical axis is confidence. When your ability is near zero, your confidence graph shoots straight up to the moon. Vertical. Wait. Like Mount Everest, this peak is known as Mount Stupid. You guys know this feeling, right? Like with stocks or crypto. You read one book called Investing for Dummies and you're like, I get it. When the chart does this, I buy. I completely understand the market. I'm the next Warren Buffett. Wage slaving is for losers. Then you YOLO your life savings, the market dumps the next day, and you get wrecked. Dead. Dead. Class A. Happens every time. Same with those armchair anime critics. They watch 3 episodes of this season's anime and start ranting. The direction these days is trash, or the script consistency is off. Bro, have you ever written a script? Have you ever drawn a storyboard? No. But when you're standing on the peak of Mount Stupid, you think you're a god, so nothing anyone says can hurt you. You're literally invincible. Why does this happen? I'll dig deeper in the next chapter. It's because your metacognition is dead. This is the scary part. Do you know what you need in order to realize you are incompetent? Spoiler alert, you actually need competent skills to realize it. Ironic, isn't it? For example, if you're a beginner at shogi and you look at a pro's game record, you just think, they're moving pieces. But the better you get, the more you realize, whoa, that move is insane. You start to understand how base the pros are. Basically, because you don't have the ruler to measure what is correct or what is amazing, you can't even realize that your own output is garbage. This is the lack of metacognition. It's like taking a test without an answer key. You think I filled in all the blanks, 100 points easy. Then you get the paper back, and it's a 0. But the guy just screams the teacher graded it wrong. Absolutely brain dead. No saving that. That is Dunning-Kruger trap. You guys are laughing your asses off, saying that guy's an idiot. But this isn't just about other people. We are all beginners in fields outside our expertise, so you never know when you're going to climb that mountain. So what do? Welcome to Chapter 3, The Valley of Despair. Getting wrecked makes you human. The only way to get down from Mount Stupid is to gain experience and get a little smarter. You study, you practice, and you gain knowledge. Then what happens? You start to realize, wait, I actually don't know shit. Stocks are hard as hell. Making anime is actually this difficult. Then, that Everest-level confidence free falls straight to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. This is the Valley of Despair. Here, for the first time, you face the fact that I was clueless. Your face turns red. You hide under your futon and shake. You think, I want to punch myself for being so smug, or I want to delete my entire post history. But listen to me. This is the important part. Only the guys who fall into this valley of despair and still try to crawl out can become truly competent. You start climbing the gentle slope called the slope of enlightenment. Well, most of you degenerates just rage quit in the valley and never come back up. You just go to sleep and that's it. Hey you, did you just think, I'm safe, I know I'm incompetent. Press X to doubt. That is the most dangerous mindset. Thinking I'm above average or I'm not biased is literally the entrance to the Dunning-Kruger Club. Humans only see what they want to see. So, how do we avoid it? Here is the too long didn't read summary. 1. If you feel like you're hot shit, ask yourself, am I on the mountain right now? 2. Listen to the harsh words from the chads around you. 3. And subscribe to this podcast and keep updating your brain with useless knowledge. That's it. Especially number 3. The high IQ chads will silently hit that subscribe and like button to avoid Mount Stupid. Well, subscribing won't raise your salary and it won't get you a girlfriend. But at least it might lower the risk of being certified as the cringe lord at work. I subscribed. I'm a winner now, you say? Yeah, keep that energy. Reality check. You're still a corporate slave shaking on a packed train tomorrow morning, though. Don't mind. Oops, look at the time. I'm talking big here, but I'm basically climbing Mount Stupid and falling off every single day in some category, getting full body bruised. Life is just studying until you die. Such a drag, seriously. Finally, the bonus, Chapter 4. Class dismissed. I gotta sleep. Now that I've taught you about the Dunning-Kruger effect, starting tomorrow, when you see an incompetent coworker, you can look at them with warm eyes and think, oh, that bro is currently at an altitude of 8,000 meters. Enjoy the schadenfreude, but don't look in the mirror. Seriously, I'm not responsible if you see a mountaineer staring back at you. Alright, today's lecture ends here. Oh, yeah, almost forgot the important part. Next time, I'll explain affirming the consequence. Like if it rains, the ground gets wet. The ground is wet, so it must have rained. Did you know that's logically wrong? I'm gonna dissect how trash your logic is when you guys are fighting in the comment sections. Stay tuned and stay shaking. You guys are free tomorrow anyway, right? Come listen again. Why, see. Alright, dismissed. Go take a bath. Brush your teeth. Later.